We march on again. Let's keep it going. The team and player options, for me, it's Mike Miller and Zach Randolph, both of whom I'll be picking up. For you guys, it's Jamal Crawford and Shane Battier, both of whom you'll be picking up. You'd be dumb to let them go. So that's quick and easy. Thank God. Please, God. Please, God. Please, Jesus. Jesus, basketball, Jesus. Kobe, Shaq, and Peja might all leave the West. Please, God in heaven. Ray Allen, too, fresh off of a broken ankle. Please leave the West. Please. Fucking please leave this conference. Spare me more punishment, please. Holy fuck, joke's on you. They're all going to Dallas. You're probably right. Fuck. The entire league could change here. Or one can go to Minnesota. No kidding. The West has only won 2 titles. It's true, but like, God, give me some hope. Qualifying offers for Chat's team, Gerald Wallace. To be honest, you might as well still keep Tyson Cowens. He's making peanuts, and he still has some potential. We did forget to send G League players last year. No, we didn't. Or did we? Maybe we did. I think we did. It didn't really make too much of a difference. For me, Dudley can go. Desanya Jop. His potential went up. I'm going to keep him, Najera, and Foster. But yeah, I mean, you might as well keep both of them. Cowens, at least you know you'll have a depth center. As opposed to whoever the AI signs for you. And they're not taking up that much money. You got to remember the cap money keeps going up. Okay. So, a reminder, chat. You still have Penny. You still have Vincent Crawford. Battier and Wallace at forward. Dirk at power forward. But you don't have the big-time center. For me, I need a point guard. I should still have Ricky at shooting guard. I might have to settle for Barbosa. Mashburn's here for one more year. I got Butler and Miller behind him. Randolph at power forward. Foyle and Geiger at center. I desperately need a point guard, but I might have to shoot for a superstar. We'll see. So moratorium-wise, Kobe, Shaq, Peja, all UFAs. The max offer would be Shaq at $17 million. You cannot afford Shaq. You can't afford Kobe. At least not initially. You can't afford Peja either for the expected money. So you are looking... Oof. It might be $12 million or less. Yeah, even Hughes. You guys are saying Joe Scott, man, you don't have the cap. At least in this window, you will not have the cap. You can forego your offer for day one and wait to see what your cap situation is. That is allowed. Otherwise, you'd have to settle for, like, oh man, even Rodney Rogers right now. Yeah, okay, so you guys are going to have to wait. You guys are going to have to wait for week one. But yeah, right now you can't even afford Rodney Rogers, so you're going to have to sit this one out for a minute. We'll talk about you in a second. For me, I can afford anybody I want, apparently. Which is kind of ridiculous. Well, with Shaq... No, you don't have it. Okay. I can go after anybody that I want. I need a point guard, but the best UFA point guard is trash for me. I have had fucking terrible luck trying to bring stars to this team. Aside from Sean Kemp, I could throw my name into the hat for Kobe. Or I could take more of a sure thing with Larry Hughes, who has no other offers right now, or Ray Allen, who has no offers because he's coming off of a season with a broken ankle. He'll be back in August. Interesting. Is Ricky out there? Ricky is out there. I think I have a cap hold on Ricky. I might be going for Ray Allen here. I might be able to steal Ray Allen because no one else has an offer out there for him. Forward, I fucking adore Peja Stojakovic. I really do. I just don't know if he's the best option for me. For the same reason as Kobe, it's like the smart move is to get Ray Allen. And I love me some Ray Allen too as a Celtics fan. But there's no competition for Ray. There's also no competition for Antoine Jameson right now. And for whatever reason, Al Harrington's already a UFA. Okay. I don't need him, but Jameson or Harrington. And then obviously it's center. I mean, Shaq is out there, but it's the same thing as Kobe and Peja. That's just throwing a dart at the board and hoping for the best. There is that guy, Joe Scott, but I know you guys mentioned him as him, so I am not going to go for him. Like I said, I'm willing to work together with you guys as best I can. The top offer for Shaq, there's only one team that has a max offer for Shaq out there right now, and it is Dallas, who can offer him 5 years. It might be worth saucing a deal to Shaq for that reason. Peja. Too much competition. Spurs and the Warriors in for him. Kobe. There's no way. There's no way I'm throwing a deal in for Kobe. There's no way. That's way too much competition. You're talking about a 1-in-6 shot. And I get that it's Kobe goddamn Bryant. But a 1-in-6 shot is brutal. There's no way. So I can 50-50 for Shaq. Or I can go for Ray Allen. And I'm going for Ray Allen. No one else is in on him right now. Now is my time to strike with nobody else going in for Ray Allen. So that is my one and only free agent offer is to Ray Allen. For you guys, again, you have to wait a week until you can clear out some cap. And then you can see who's left at center. So, obviously, Michael Doliak, you can let him go for that amount of money. It is probably still worth holding on to Gerald Wallace. If you want to let go of Cowens, I understand. But I do think you hold on to Gerald Wallace and commit to letting go of Doliak. Any disagreements? Any disagreements there? Before we see if Ray Allen signed with me? I mean, Wallace is 20, but Cowens is 23, and if you're planning on signing a center to replace Doliak, then you're good. But you might need that little bit of extra money. Again, if you're planning on signing a center, there's no reason to keep Cowens. All right. Well, Juggernaut, so far you're the only one who'd say really fought for Cowens. Is Ray Allen coming to Minnesota? Yes! The curse of Sean Kemp is over! I finally fucking signed a free agent! It's been 10 years! But I finally have another free agent! Oh, thank God. I love you, Ray. All right, let me set up my team real quick. It would be, yeah, you'd have a random depth center if you don't keep Cowens. But you can change your mind on Cowens. You don't immediately drop him right now. Actually, in fairness, you could cap hold Cowens and then change your mind based off of who's out there. But money-wise, it's a bit tight for you guys. For me, Dudley can go, John Barry can go, Zach Rose, Damian McKinney. I want to cap hold. I might have to choose between Ricky and Ray. I'm obviously not going to spend that much money on Jeff Foster. I can keep Najera and Jop. I have to choose between Ricky Davis and Ray Allen. Ricky, I fucking love you. One of my all-time favorite Celtics. But I'm replacing him with another one of my all-time favorite Celtics. Granted, he's coming off of a broken ankle. But I am going to move on from Ricky Davis to bring in Ray Allen. So, for chat, it does bother me that Ricky has... Yeah, the picture thing, the glitch is pretty shitty. It's just a database issue, though. I understand why it happens. For you guys... The max offer you could give Shaq is $3 million. Re-signing Penny might cost you. Elton Brand, can't do it. Joe Scott, can't do it. Why are the best players in free agency? Because we're many, many years into this and they opted out of their contracts. Bryant Reeves, can't do it. David Robinson, as an old man, he's a little bit more likely. You do have a chance to reverse renouncing the rights. You do have a chance to reverse that. Wang Zhiji's an RFA, so that's not, or she, whatever it is, that's not going to happen. You can't offer him enough anyway. Eric Dampier might be your best option. You have a better shot for Dampier. Or the veteran in Vlade Divac. You could sign... Vlade Divac's your best option right now. Either that, or you go for Walt Wall, who's a little bit undersized as a center. If Dampier's the best option, jump off the bridge now. You could go for the veteran in Vlade Divac. He also has no offers. Or you can try to get Dampier since he has no offers. But again, if you risk it with Dampier, you're not then allowed to go after Vlade Divac. So that is pretty much your situation here, chat. That's pretty much it. I will leave the poll option up. So what do? Risk for Dampier. Safe with Vlade Divac. Poll is up. Will Divac sign for 1 year? Probably. I mean, yeah, he will. He will. But yeah, the decision to bring back Penny Hardaway for 1 year is proving to be a bit of a rough one for you guys cap-wise. But you will have another playoff caliber team. There's no doubt in my mind. You guys will have a playoff caliber team this upcoming season. I don't know where the fuck I'm at this point. But you guys are... You guys are doing what you have to do. You are keeping a really strong core together and just going for it year after year. It's what you have to do. Crash, I know, but nobody can sign him. You're doing the right thing. Keeping Carter, keeping Dirk. It just hasn't fucking worked. It's going to be Vlade Divac. So, with Vlade, to be honest, if he's good, you could even do a 1 year team option for him. Max out the deal. But, yeah, we'll see. Just do a team option, or you could drop. Yeah, do a team option. It gives him that little bit of extra interest to get the deal done. So that is the deal to Vlade Divac, who has agreed. So you have a choice here. You have a choice. If you agree to the deal with Vlade, you can honestly keep the other three on cap hold for the moment. And you're looking okay. And you're looking all right. So that's the best way to go about it. Sign Vlade and then just cap hold the other three and you're okay. So there you go. You are going to get Vlade Divac, though. And again, I have to lose Jeff Foster and Ricky Davis, but I'm bringing in Ray Allen. And that is our work in free agency. So Jop and Najera as cap holds. You got your three as cap holds. If they end up signing, it'll be for less. You know, it's not like Doliak's going to get $6 million. You did what you could to try to not factor him into it to get somebody more expensive, but you do have three superstars on your team. It is a star-driven league, though, so unfortunately for you guys in the East, the other team's stars have done a little bit better than yours. Najera sticks with me, as does Jop. You guys keep Cowens and Wallace. So it's a good thing that you signed Vlade. He'll be your starting center. In terms of the players, Allen did drop by a point. So did Jamal. But Butler got better. Randolph got better. That center I picked up at the draft already a +3. Let's go. That's huge. I know I could have had Chris Kaman, but I'm going to have this guy and somebody else. It's not looking that bad. Not at all. For you guys, Penny did drop by a point. Vlade did drop by 2. Battier's up. Wallace is up. Sleepy Floyd got a little bit worse. Kaman was a 78. I don't know what his potential was. But again, that trade, it depends on what happens with the pick that I have. So we will take, by the way, a full look around the league since there's a lot of moving parts, and we'll see what every team looks like. But we're heading into the 2003-2004 season. Worth noting for this year in terms of future picks, I have Atlanta's and I have Utah's. Fuck if this isn't me opening up another window, you know? Utah and Atlanta, both of whom haven't been great recently. And you guys have an extra second as well from Utah. So you got that going for you. In terms of the mock draft, it is the Dwight Howard draft. Andre Iguodala's there. A couple of generated guys. Devin Harris, Sean Livingston, Trevor Ariza. Got Jameer Nelson down there, projected to go to the Magic. Anderson Varejao, Tony Allen, Ben Gordon, Josh Smith. Kevin Martin's in this draft. Second round, anybody really kind of falling down there? Judd Moore, what a name. Bino Udrith, what a name. So, if you don't get top 2, it's kind of bad. It's true, but the AI like to offer for picks quite a bit. The outlook for the Orlando Magic is this. It's worth running 8 this year. Cook and Mo aren't even factored into the team, nor is Cowens. So it is kind of worth running 8 as your best players. You have a brand new coach again. It's Elton Wilkins. His defense is terrible, but his offense is okay. And yes, you do have G League options. So your roster, Penny, Vince, Battier, Nowitzki, Vlade Divac.
Good for you.
These have to be bot accounts, right, with all the numbers, but thank you regardless. It's not bad. Crawford as your 6th man. Wallace, Sleepy Floyd, who you might want to move, but for now, that's a championship caliber team. It's just a matter of what happens. But yeah, in terms of your roster, Mo moving to the G League is your best option. Easily. Cook is on a 2-way deal. So yeah, make sure that Mo is on Lakeland. And then make sure that Cook is on Lakeland as well. And then that way you guys are set up pretty well for the future. Focus on your guys now and then have that youth out of there. You could open up the roster a little bit more if you wanted to. For the Timberwolves, I still don't have a goddamn point guard. Not really worried about Najera or Jop at this point. I'm going to run 9. Terry Porter is my coach again. But yeah, those will be my 9. Geiger's actually my starting center already over O'Donnell Foyle. But yeah, I don't have a natural point guard. I don't. But I do want my bench to get a good amount of playing time this season. Ray Allen's still going to play a lot, but I want the likes of Barbosa and Miller. Is there a rule about getting a coach? Yes. That's a part of the pure luck factor of it. So yeah, there we go. Going to get my youth guys in there. So Jop or Najera could go G League for me. I'm going to prioritize Jop. And I can't send down Najera, so that's fine. So those are the Timberwolves. I'm going to be better because I have Ray Allen. It's my last year with Mashburn, who I am probably going to try to trade. I'm glad it's playing him at power forward, but at the same time, that's taking time away from Zach Randolph. So really quickly then as well, for you guys, if we talk about the trading block, You do have an option on Penny. Honestly, I think you could list him on the board, but at the same time, you know, maybe just do that to see what you could get for him. Crawford and Carter is great. Like, you could list up certain players, including Hansen, who you just drafted. Like, if you list up Hansen, he's looking strong, but you might be able to get something great for that guy. Problem is, he's a second-round pick as well, so the options aren't as great. Yeah, you don't have a great backup power forward, but that's okay. Honestly, so if I'm you, you can't list up Cowens. You probably can't list up Cook with him being in the, I mean, not that he's even worth a damn, apparently. You could list up Wallace or keep him in Battier as a 1-2. But Wesley Hansen, he's only 1 star, but you might want to see what you can get for him. Same thing with Penny and Floyd. Like, again, I can change this. It's up to you. But if I'm you, I think you list up a couple of players just to see what you can get for them. You know? I don't know what you'd want to do in terms of forwards or maybe even listing up Mo. Let me know what you think about that. I'm going to take a look at my team really quickly. So shooting guard wise, obviously Allen and Barbosa. I'm happy with that. I need to list up Jamal Mashburn again. I'm going to list up Najera or not. I'd love to trade Miller. Although he could be the backup to Caron Butler if I get rid of Mashburn. And then center-wise, I really want to list up a Donald Foyle to make room for Geiger to be the #1 center now. So honestly, I'm probably going to list up Mike Miller there too. I could list up Barbosa as depth, but he could be a really strong 6th man. All right. Let's list up Mo Williams again. Not guaranteeing that you're trading he and Battier, but just to see what you guys might get. That's all. You're not committing to trading them. Let's take a look around the league and see what the hell this landscape looks like now. Portland Trail Blazers, Kenyon Martin, Dave Peeler, Steve Francis, Kendall Gill. Not a bad setup there with the top 3, but Peeler's old at this point. Golden State with Stephon Marbury, Amari Stoudemire, Corey Maggette, Hito Turkoglu. Oh my God. That's a pretty gross offense, man, in Golden State. Toronto. Paul Pierce, Jason Terry, LeBron James, Michael Redd, Richard Jefferson. They need to make some moves or they're going to end up in cap hell. They also have Luis Scola. Holy shit, the Raptors. Nazir Muhammad's also there, too. That's insanity. The now Memphis Grizzlies. Keith Van Horn, Jerry Stackhouse, Marcus Camby, Katino Mobley. A guy named Josh Parker. Matt Bonner's on that team, too. Philadelphia. Mike Bibby, Rip Hamilton, Joe Smith, Eric Dampier. Alfonso Ellis, Brian Stith. Milwaukee, pretty rough team. Kerry Kittles, you have Utah and Atlanta? Yes. Kerry Kittles, Herb Bowen, Tim Thomas. Looking pretty rough in Milwaukee. Except for Patrick Ewing Jr. The Washington Wizards, Pau Gasol, an injured Jason Kidd, Robert Horry, Speedy Claxton, Mike Dunleavy. Chicago with Manu Ginobili, Tyson Chandler, Derek Fisher, Rodney Rogers. I am Minnesota. Chat is Orlando. Calbert Cheney, Scott Pollard, Luke Ridnour. Cleveland, Antonio McDyess, Jalen Rose, Earl Boykins. The Boston Celtics still with Tracy McGrady and Steve Nash. Juwan Howard has stayed there as well. And it was revealed earlier. The Los Angeles Clippers were the ones to sign Kobe Bryant. He will play alongside Alonzo Mourning and the recently drafted Chris Bosh. Not to mention Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. So Kobe strikes out on his own. Leaves Duncan in Phoenix. The Atlanta Hawks, who I'm begging to be terrible. Glenn Robinson, Danielle Marshall, Wang Shishi, Morris Peterson, Brian Russell, and Allen Houston. There's a chance they could be bad. There's a real chance of that being a lottery pick. The Miami Heat, Allen Iverson, Vin Baker, James Posey, Rafe LaFrentz. The big real names there. The New Orleans Hornets with Jermaine O'Neal, Lamar Odom, Rashard Lewis, and now Chris Kaman, who, for the record, has a B+ potential. But if I get that other center and like a Dwight Howard, I'm feeling okay. But it was a risk to not take Chris Kaman. It definitely was. He might be the new Jason Kidd for me. The Utah Jazz. I have their first round pick. This is their roster. Yeah, by the way, Jermaine O'Neal's a fucking 90 now. Or, yeah, without you guys. Ray Allen's healthy for me. Wally Zerbiak, Jason Williams, Dwayne Wade, Michael Finley, Grant Hill, Sean Kemp, AC Burke. I would expect Atlanta to be worse than Utah, but we'll see how good Utah happens to be. Sacramento Kings, Elton Brand, Desmond Mason. You can get a pick from Sacramento, not a bad idea. The New York Knicks, Sharif Abdur-Rahim, Andre Miller, Larry Hughes, and Rafer Alston. Man, they added Larry Hughes to that team, and Bryant Reeves. The Knicks just got a hell of a lot better in free agency. They also have the man, the myth, the legend, Brian Scalabrine. Shaquille O'Neal is a Laker. Alongside Nick Van Exel, Bonzi Wells, David Robinson. Shaq goes to the Lakers. It is Shaq versus Kobe in LA. Lakers versus Clippers. This is the ultimate timeline. Shaq's Lakers against Kobe's Clippers. Holy shit. Of course, we know all about your Orlando Magic. The Dallas Mavericks with Kevin Garnett, Joe Scott. Fuck's sake. Oh my God. In terms of big men, they are set. The New Jersey Nets with Baron Davis, Sean Bradley, Jay Williams, Antoine Walker, Brent Barry. The Denver Nuggets, Christian Laettner, Larry Johnson, Yao Ming, Tony Woodson, Gary Payton, Tyronn Lue. The Indiana Pacers with Sean Marion and Tony Parker leading the way. They also got Eddie Jones, Quentin Richardson, Eddie Curry, Drew Gooden. So the Pacers kind of looking good. Young core. And the Detroit Pistons with Gilbert Arenas, Mark Aguirre, Jackson Reed. Really kind of Gilbert Arenas at this stage. Doliak also ended up in Detroit there. Houston Rockets with Antoine Jameson, Jason Richardson, Stromil Swift, Isaiah Ryder, and Ricky Davis went to Houston. San Antonio, Chauncey Billups, Peja Stojakovic, Zydrunas Ilgauskas. Manute Bol's still there too, but what a big three for the Spurs. The Suns with Tim Duncan and his band of merry men at this point. Sonics have really fallen off, but they did get Carmelo Anthony in the draft. I miss Bob Sura on my team. Carlos Boozer also there too. So that's a full look around the league. 2003, 2004, the challenge that refuses to die. Oh my God.